Today, Blue and Belle are not excited for their quarterly bath, and while I bathe them, we're going to talk about the section experience here at HBS. So, we just got back from our section retreat, and it was such a wholesome time of seeing each other's partners, families, and getting the opportunity to play together outside of the HBS bubble. This really made me reflect on why Harvard structures their MBA experience this way. Oh, and by the way, it's important to bathe cats and to start early and to build a habit while they're young. So when they're older, like Blue and Belle, and big enough to fight you, they don't fight you because chances are that at some point in their life they are going to need a bath. Blue and Belle aren't particularly dirty today, but I just want to give them a bath so that they can remember what a bath is. Anyway, just as I am intentional about training Blue and Belle on baths and water, everything at HBS is also highly intentional and nothing is random. Each class of about 950 students is divided into 10 sections, sifted and sorted based on diverse personal backgrounds, career experience, and perspectives. It seems kind of crazy, but even just 2 months in, I see how kind of genius the section experience is. Today in this video, I also want to share why the section experience is so core to the HBS MBA, as well as reflect on my past 2 months here. Like I mentioned before, here nothing is random, down to the seating assignments in class. The seats alternate boy, girl, just like kindergarten, for the most part, and also views and backgrounds are also shuffled. HBS wants every perspective to be both challenged and taught, so they build the section seating chart based off the views and opinions they collected via surveys before school even started. Generally, the people next to you have different perspectives, and the people in front and behind you likely share your same values and views. This creates many opportunities to make unlikely friends and bond with people who have different backgrounds than you, but also somehow believe similar things. Being able to meet people you would never be able to meet otherwise is one of the strongest value propositions of Harvard Business School. And one of the ways they accomplish this is by making all the students take the same 12 classes the first year. Unlike other MBA programs, there is no testing out of accounting or finance or statistics. Everyone is taking the same classes regardless of undergraduate major or the competencies they gained in their former career. This gives everyone the opportunity to meet. I get to meet the finance bros and the CPAs that I do not run in the same circles with normally, and honestly, they're the popular ones in class because they can help with the subjects that everyone else is struggling in. This gives them the opportunity to teach and gives the rest of us the chance to form relationships with each other that wouldn't happen otherwise. This can also be interpreted as trauma bonding, and HBS is very effective at making us do this. I'm sure they figured out we'd probably meet like minded people with common interests in clubs and while recruiting, so organizing classes and the curriculum this way encourages, or basically makes it inevitable, for us to meet others we would not likely meet. This significantly expands our network and encourages us to forge deeper, more meaningful relationships. So, are we just like 95 kidults running around with no real adults monitoring us? No, we have section chairs who are faculty to help guide us and answer any of our questions regarding academics, career, and pretty much anything else under the sun. We also elect section leadership who are accountable to various formal organizations at HBS, and you probably imagine that a place full of type A people running for office might be a bloodbath. But at least in my section, it was not. And I think this is the beauty of the HBS admission system. Like I said before, everyone here is competent yet humble, able to lead yet willing to follow. Most people wanted to lead in an informal capacity and did not want to run for office, but when tapped on the shoulder to lead, everyone more or less said yes. This builds a strong section culture and creates room for everyone's voice to be heard regardless of title or function, because we know that the ones that rose to the occasion really wanted to serve. And speaking about culture, we also have section norms. There are two categories of section norms. One set that comes from the school, and the other set that we draft and ratify as a section. The ones imposed on us by HBS are called the 5 Ps, being present, punctual, prepared, participative, and positive. This just boils down to showing up to class on time, prepared, ready to participate, and avoid drama. Participation is 50% of our grade in each class, and if you aren't prepared, you probably aren't going to be able to participate well. Punctuality is taken very seriously as being late can lower your grade, and unexcused absences can also negatively impact your grade. And being positive and drama free is something we can all aspire to do better. Now for the self drafted section norms. I'm not going to share all of ours because it is a very long document, but I'll share a few for funsies and to give insight into how we built our section culture to be inclusive, fun, and optimized for everyone to be their best selves. Something that I heard at Admitted Students Weekend is that there are previous sections who would give standing ovations for parents and primary caregivers who visited class. This is something we also instituted, and it's so fun to do and see the pride and joy in my section mates' parents' eyes when we stand and clap for them. My section also has a pretty chill stance on double dipping. Double dipping is when you talk twice in one class. Since classes are only 80 minutes long and there's 95 of us, and the professor probably talks for more than 50% of the class to facilitate the discussion, there's only reasonably room for like 30 to 45 people to talk per class, meaning everyone will likely only speak every 2 to 3 classes for each course. This means that double dipping is stealing time from someone else to get their participation grade up, and double dipping is generally very looked down upon at HBS. Some sections are more vigilant about double dipping, expecting that once you get called, your hand will stay down for the rest of the class. My section, however, has chosen to let the professor moderate us with one condition. The second comment must clear a minimum bar of quality. It cannot just be a case fact, it must be particularly insightful. So we'll raise our hand if we have something to say and give the responsibility of determining the call pattern to the professor because they have asymmetric information about not only our participation frequency, but also our backgrounds and what we can contribute to the discussion. I mention these specific norms because the first one is more fun and lighthearted, and the second one incited a lot of debate, both inside our section and in the other sections. There are no correct decisions. It only matters that everyone feels heard and included and that we can all agree to move forward with the set norms. These two norms also show that I think we have the chillest, most fun, most wholesome section. Overall, I feel like I'm constantly drinking from a fire hose, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity to have this section experience, and I understand why it is the heart of the HBS MBA experience. Alrighty, Blue and Belle are done with their baths, and if you have any questions or comments about the Harvard Business School section experience, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Give me a like if you like my HBS content, and be sure to subscribe for more. Until next time, bye guys.